Guys. I just had like a whole conversation with my sister right now, and she's inspired me to sort of put up a video like this. So, I have struggled with weight for probably half of my life, let me say that. I started off as quite a skinny kid actually, and I let that get to my head, and I got a little bit lazy about keeping up eating healthy and being active and stuff like that, and getting involved in sports and so on and so forth. So what happened was, as the years progressed and my carefreeness also got worse, I would eat whatever I wanted, and I never thought it would actually affect me until I actually went from being 80 kilograms in matric to almost like 120 now, like literally last year. And it became this whole thing of where I'll never get fat, I will never gain weight, I'll never do this, I'll never do that. Boy, was I wrong. I ended up gaining close to like 20 kilos in a space of like 9 years, and that really got me thinking. And I also struggled with trying to lose weight when I was in high school, because I actually started to get a little bit chubby, and family members, and more so like my close family members, I won't mention any names, would actually poke at me and poke at my insecurities and me being the big one in the family, and they would always refer to me as, I'm going to end up like my fat aunt, who's my father's sister, and she's ginormous. Like, people could pay rent and to live inside of that woman. That's how huge she is. So yeah, people would always poke at me, and I think that would also affect my self-esteem, and that would start a whole other spiral of me feeling so self-conscious about myself. And I would eat, and I would always also still keep telling myself, what, live your life, do whatever you want, it doesn't matter, no matter what you do, it will never be good enough, because I also had a whole other series of depressive issues that I was dealing with, of not feeling good enough because of other things that were also brought up by family and friends, and also pinpointing my shortcomings, and all the things that I was not good at. So through my whole let's rather say this, not self-cleansing, but sort of self-discovery. Yeah, let's say it's a self-discovery journey after a really horrible breakup that I went through, and a series of kissing so many frogs and all that jazz. I started, thinking, hey, I actually learned about water and its effects with weight loss. So I started actually drinking close to 2 liters of water every day. Probably sometimes it would be more, other times it would be maybe like 1.5 and not 2 liters. But I started drinking a lot of water, and also kind of watching what I ate in terms of, cutting out carbs and sugar and stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie though, there are some times when I do get a little bit of like a sugary craving, and I'll have like maybe 1 or 2 wine gums, or like a couple of jelly babies or something like that. Or I do actually still eat some things like, your things like ice cream and all that jazz. That's why I guess I haven't lost that much weight, but I think it's really helped me cleanse out a lot in my system. Excuse me scratching my scalp, it's a bit itchy. I can't be patting things here because I don't have a weave on. This is real. This is all my hair. Anyway, as I'm busy digressing here, excuse my coughing. So I've lost 4.5 kilos, and it's been maybe about less than a month. I started this whole drinking water journey around the beginning of October, and I've lost 4.5 kilos in about maybe 3 weeks, let me say that. So for all you people out there who are probably struggling with weight loss and everything, I can attest to the fact that drinking lots of water helps a lot. But I will be posting up my recipes. I've actually put up a few videos of what I do sometimes eat when I'm trying to be healthy and all that jazz. But what I will be posting is my journey over the weeks, and so how much kilos I'll be losing maybe next week and the week afterwards, and so on and so forth. So this is just a story, just to maybe try and inspire someone out there who probably thinks that, I've been on this weight loss journey and I've been yo-yoing up and down with my weight loss and weight gain and all of that. That stuff does happen, but you have to just believe in the process. Don't give up, and just keep pushing through. I know it becomes a bit depressive, and you know, being a woman, you have these weird things called cravings that just pop out of nowhere, and you want to eat that burger, you want to eat that McDonald's, you do want to have that ice cream, that Cinnabon, that whatever. What I'm going to say to you is have it, but know that within that week, that's going to be like your one cheat meal, or that's going to be your one reward, or that one thing that you really need to satisfy yourself at that moment in time. But drink lots of water, try and keep as active as possible. I'm not a very active person, trust me. I don't even go to the gym. I maybe walk around and do close to, I'm trying to get to 10,000 steps, but I will be getting the Fitbit app just to try and help me. But I'm not that physically active, to be very honest. I just drink a whole lot of water. I drink shitloads of water, and that helps me a lot. It helps with detoxing, it's helped with my skin. I used to break out even more than this, so even my marks are disappearing, my bowel movements are more regulated, I feel more light. So for all you people out there struggling with weight, drink more water. Try to do as much activity as possible, and weight loss is achievable. Please, if you feel that this video has helped you, comment, like, subscribe, do whatever. You can email me, give me a call if you know me personally or whatever. But I can testify and say that the drinking water thing works like a charm.